Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to paint a Rubric Marine. Recently I made a video showing my Thousand Sons collection, so in case that you're interested I'm going to leave the link in the description. This miniature appeared there, but I already removed the paint and I'm ready to repaint it. The first step is going to be prime the miniature, and for that I'm going to use Chaos Black from Citadel. Miniature primed, and of course priming this miniature with gold or blue would make things easier. That's also an option, but I prefer it this way. Basically we can divide this Rubric Marine into the blue parts and the golden details. So for the blue parts I'm going to start applying a layer of Cantor blue. I will continue working with the blue, and I'm going to apply the first highlight, that it's going to be Alaiotic blue. This blue is looking good, but still I would like to go for a lighter tone. That's why for the final highlight I'm going to use Hoth blue. I will apply most of it for the front or the most exposed areas of the Rubric Marine, but still I will apply some of it in the back as well. Now this is the kind of blue that I would like to have in my Thousand Sons, and before I continue with the golden details I would like to paint some things before. I'm going to use Dawnstone to paint all the things that are going to be white or some kind of a bright tone, because of course it's nice to have some light gray to transition from black to much brighter colors. And then I'm going to use LED Belcher to paint the metallic elements that are not going to be gold. It is time to go for the golden details of the power armor, and for that I'm going to use Balthasar Gold. But before that I'm going to apply a little bit of Wraithbone into the cloth. I forgot to mention it earlier, but right now I will apply Wraithbone as well to the heads of the birds. I will start now with the shades, and for that I will use first Null Oil in the areas that I applied Lead Belcher to, and after that I'm going to use Agrax Earthshade to all the golden details in this power armor. And also for this, let's say like the heads of the birds, let's call it. The gold doesn't look bad, but I want them to be a little bit more yellowish. That's why now for the highlights I will apply a little bit of Retributor armor. Now this is a golden tone that I like a lot more, and finally for the fire that we can see here and all the gems that we can see in the power armor, I'm going to use full green pink. Now I'm going to apply Rubric Violet on those pink areas that I just painted. This is almost complete, so for the final highlights I'm going to use Stormhost Silver for the parts that I applied Lead Belcher to, and then I will use Corax White for the whites. Finally, for the last steps, I would like to go for the weapon. I wasn't sure about what to do with it, but I will try to do the inside of these letters that we can see there. I will try to apply some full green pink again, and of course if I make any mistake I will just cover the outside areas with the black again. And I will apply full green pink to the base as well. For the last step, I'm going to use Mordant Earth Technical Paint for the base, so hopefully it will look nice, or at least let's hope that it won't look bad. And this is it, this is the final result, this is the color scheme that I would like to have for my Rubric Marines. As you can see, the concept of the Rubric Marines, or how we usually see them, it's there. This is mainly a combination of blue with gold. I just decided to use different tones of blue and gold than the usual ones that we see in the official art. But I like this one much more and I'm very happy with the results. I decided not to add any kind of symbol to the shoulder pads because I kinda like them like this, with these blue tones, and I like these pink violetish tones for the, let's say, the magic things of the Rubric Marine. And for the base I decided to have something like this. It's still not perfect, but for now I'm okay with it. I will try to improve the base, but I like how it looks because it has this, I don't know, it suits the miniature, I think. And the thing that makes me the happiest is that finally I have a color scheme that I like for my Rubric Marines and my Thousand Sons in general, so soon I will be able to paint all the miniatures that I have remaining. And as usual, with all of this being said, this is the end of the video, so I will use this moment to remind that I recently opened a Patreon. So if you like my work and you would like to support me, please consider checking the link in the description. And aside from that, as usual, if you're still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.